I think it's coming back. Let's see. Yes, it made it back. Oh my gosh, the software crashed and it wouldn't let me back in, but I think we're good. All right, I was unloading my bales. I guess I'll put them back here for now. Thank you. I'm glad to be back. So you can see we're getting lots of grass windrow, but very little clover. So that guy might even be able to do the whole field over there. I got to bail that one up too. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the editor and try to fix all these problems while you guys are here. So if I forget anything that I mentioned, you can yell at me. We need to get them fixed up before this contest tomorrow. I've got a list. I've got a list of things that we noticed, and I got to take care of them. So we can get it ready. So Mother Bin, close that one. Back to map class, even though it doesn't really need to be a map class right now. We'll continue map classes when we have more stuff to do. But I guess this is kind of map class. So basically, I was talking about the sound file. We'll show you a couple things while we're here tonight. Got about another hour and a half or so to go, so actually, I didn't necessarily need to load that separately. I wanted to load. Let's load up the map. Yeah, you always learn whether map class or not. So you basically the map sound XML and the map sound i3D file that's linked in it are loaded in just like the pathing for anything else in your uh, mod description. It'll point to where the XML file is for the sound file, and then the XML points to where the sound file is. And you bring the sound file into the game, you move your sounds around, and then save it back out with the same name, and then they're called into the right place. And I use the default sounds. So when you load up my Pleasant Valley maps, map sound i3D, it was basically just moving and repositioning all the, you'll see all the little sounds as you click on them and their area of effect audio. There's your audio group. That's your sound file. So if I open up fauna, we have birds and we have flycatchers, nightingales, warblers, gulls town. So if I highlight it, you'll see that my gulls are down here by this beach area, that inner circle, outer range. That's where you'll hear gulls within that circle for that's where I have all the gull points along the outside edge. Gulls in the harbor I put up there right through the middle. And Gulls Harbor Small are over there on that side. Eagle noises are up in the forest over here. Our loons are around different places. So woodpecker, I have the woodpecker noises coming in this forest over here. So all the birds, dogs in the distance. So you get a dog distant bark right at our farm. And you'll also get one down here if you're near the main intersection down here. You can hear a dog. Frogs around the lake are in the lakes. So when you are doing your frog noises, the frog single noise is right there. There's frog noises up there. There's a frog loop right in that pond right behind our house. Cricket noises can be heard all over the map, but only now if you look at this, you can see also in here with the sound file It's on Create ambient sound on Create, yeah, ambient sound utility creates sound node. And there's settings: play by day, play by night, play during hail, play during rain, play during sun. So crickets can be heard actually all the time during sun, exterior, play hour, and oh wait, and it actually has a play hour. It ends at 20, starts at 5.5. You can yeah, there's so many different settings. I kept them the default settings. I didn't mess with them, but if you wanted to make it so the dog doesn't bark at night, just click play by night off and the dog won't bark at night. That's all. And you export your audio group back out there and you can see all the sounds on the map throughout. There's a ton of them covering all sorts of areas on the map, but they're properly positioned to where you'll hear different things in any of those areas. I'm going to get rid of that group because you don't save that with the map. I have not seen hail yet either, which is odd. All right, so up here I had some issues with some floating stuff, including this building on the corner. It's just up a little bit. Is this where I had decals floating? So hard to see. Nope, that one isn't. It's... That stuff's okay. I don't think that... I know there was a grate floating, but I don't think it was on this one. I think it's on the one behind me. Let me see how these are doing. Nope, they're right down to the ground. Just looking for any of the floating objects that might be around here. It was over here, I'm pretty sure, that I had a couple floaters somewhere. This one right here, I think it was. Is that floating in the air? No, that one wasn't. That one's okay. Huh. Wasn't it on this factory that we had some floating decals? That one's right down there too. I can't, that's what, let's see. It says on my list, I wrote something down. Pedestrian, all right, 50, oh, at Northport. The Northport is where they are. It's up here. That's why you should take notes. I was in the right general direction, but we've got these decals you could see floating. We got to get them down onto the ground. Double check my decals. Just so they're here, we go right through my list. My decals are too high. That one. Decal 1. Decal 2. I already lowered that one, I think. Get the floating objects off of the map. They do add some pretty cool effects like the crack here, but it's not a very good effect if it's way up in the air off the ground. It kind of defeats the purpose if your cracks are floating. So let it be known to you, don't let your crack float. Can I get that lamppost selected? Because it's up in the air just a little bit. We got just a little bit of ground height problem there. Where's that one? Yeah, lots of little. I think the whole group is floating a little bit. Does the house look like it's up in the air too? It is on this side. I should, now that I've lowered some. All right, at least all those came with the with that object. Get this stuff back to ground level. Fix it up. How about our tire track marks? Are they floating too? I don't think they are. Well, just a little bit. They're all the little details that come in. Much better there. And then this was the one that made me notice them all. That one's pretty solid to be up off the ground. Back here in the corner. Let's get as many details fixed so people don't complain when it's released in the ModCon. No, there's floating objects everywhere. Alright, I think that takes care of most of those. This here is actually clipping through the house. The whole building is, but I don't want to move it. That's the way it came in. That's part of the, okay. Everything looked good back there. Maybe a little bit lower on that. Yep. Much better. All right, that one there is pretty good. We have, I don't think there was anything on the main farm that was floating, was there? I think that the farm itself was good. But we have the volleyball net way down here, and there was another building. Oh, the sugar mill. Sugar mill has some floating stuff on it. So basically, I noticed that this corner. So I'm just because the beach slopes, we're gonna, and we got a floating garbage can over there. I'm gonna angle the net just a little bit, and whoops, let me grab the whole trash spot. Don't grab just a piece of it. There's that. Much better. This one looks like it's up in the air a little bit. Check the other ones. Yeah, they kinda, I guess I probably could have put the nets a little bit further in the ground, but they're touching. Get my garbage cans back down there. And then I had the sugar mill has some issues floating over here. I noticed this building right here is up in the air. Whoops, that's the, again, get that down to ground level. Get that one down there too. Our barrels. I had that same problem with the last one. Last map. The barrels were floating. Get them down to the ground. Oh, the whole bunch of things over here too. Guess I should have went in the sugar mill again. Whoops. Small gantry building. Come on, stop clicking. further. That looks okay. This building as well. Needs to hit the deck. So just a lot of little pieces in here that... Oh, I'm getting rid of that barrel. It's not even in the right... Here, rather than trying to fix it. The mesh was not connected to the barrel correctly anymore. Alright. Gotta go through the whole place over here. Find all the little pieces. I'm sure I'll miss something in here. But we'll try not to. And remind me, I gotta fix field number 53 on the mini-map. Oh, let's see, are the containers all in one group here? No. They're all floating individually. I think that one's still floating a little bit. Just a touch. Did I get a partner? I didn't get a partner, but I tell you what, Fummins, he's a pretty cool dude. What he did to the boat was quite fantastic. Maybe we could work together on some future stuff. Let's see. Undo that, because that is weird. Is that the pipes separate from the... Well, you tell me I gotta lower all... Okay, big tank pipes. Oh man, that's gonna be tough. Right there. What's the height? 1.6. Control C. Let's get all of them together. Lower this one. And then get the pipe group on that one. Y to whatever I saved it as. Those three are good. They look okay. You're waiting for your garbage truck models? Well, that's cool. Get the garbage trucks going. That'd be pretty awesome. Looking forward to real garbage truck. If they're anything like what you've done, they're gonna be amazing, that's for sure. How are we doing over here? Are you floating too? Not bad. barrel under the stairs is. Oh, that whole building right there is still up in the air. Those are okay. That one's up a little bit. Oh, I got the collision box. Gotta be careful. Grab the whole thing. Not just the collision box. Or you're messing things up. Sugar mill clarification tanks. That one's on the ground. Those are okay. We went through, taking another last look. I think we've got, looks like we might have everything in the sugar mill area back down to ground zero. Yep, I don't see anything else. All right, so the sugar mill was very big, messed up place. The field indicator and oh, the boats in the water. Yeah, we got to get the boats. See, it's hard to tell. Well, I guess you can see the water. We're moving the boats onto shore where they're not going to be in the water and where the sand isn't showing through the bottom. Then we know that our our boat is floating, so don't want sand poking through. And the one down here has water in the back. We'll pull that one out of the water. Up on the shore. Make sure sand's not peeking through anywhere. Yeah, it'll work. All right. Field map indicator issue. We need to go to our fields. If we click on field 53 and find the field map indicator, you'll notice it's right there. Now if I click on 54, you'll notice it's in the same exact spot because I forgot to move it when I made the next field to this one. There, that is done as well. Yep, 54 was on top of the 53. So it is now on top of field 54. I don't have anything else on my list. So let's save that up. And jump back in. I think I covered everything. I'm sure I probably didn't, but I think I did. Yeah, I can remove the train files that link to the defaults. I just want to make sure I do that. I'm not sure. I have to check and make sure they're all linked to the default ones because I don't want to delete anything and screw up everything right now. But I will go through those. So all I thought they were going to the ones in the map. Uh, Pleasant Valley. See, that's trains, train 1 XML, edit with notepad. It's linking to the one in my map, in my map folder, locomotive 4 on this map. They're not pointing to the external ones, or it would have data vehicles. Although, I guess I just have to put $data in front of them. Then go to the map folder and the link to the in-game one. I cannot give out this farming simulator link on this one because it is going to be released in the mod contest. Leave this one alone. Oh, because that's where it points to the XML. So you're saying that it would be, well, inside the XMLs. So we go to our vehicles, train locomotive 4. It's pointing to this XML, but it's probably pointing. Oops, let's open it up in the other. Let's see. All those are texture files, but it probably doesn't need them if this is pointing. Go ahead, reload my files. If this is pointing to the in-game one right here. $data video sound, that's the sounds. It's gonna be up the top. See, it's pointing in this one to my vehicles folder. So, yeah, and I updated the capacity. So I don't know exactly which ones you're saying I can delete. In the vehicles trains folder, uh, vehicles train. I'm afraid to delete anything. Oh, the textures? Open the i3Ds, like Locomotive 4. Oh, in Notepad++? Let me see. Let me see. I gotcha. Not in here. There's my i3D. Uh, they're pointing to the ones that are in my folder. That's why all the files have to be there according to this, unless I change all the paths, and I'm not going to do all that. I don't know exactly what you're talking about there, because I know I could do it. I know I could go back to the other ones if I want to go through and re-import the trains and recreate these files, but the locomotives are calling the ones in my thing. These are right there. The textures are right in my folder because there's no $data or any external links. So, oh, JD fan. Technically, I could go to link to the default. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Add the $sign in front of the i3Ds. Yeah, I'm not going to mess around with that at this point because I don't want to screw anything up. But I know I could get it pointing to the ones. And how big is that train folder? How much megabytes is that going to save? It's only 45 megs, and then compress is not even that much for everything in the train folder. So I'm not 100% set on going there when everything's working. Just my opinion right now. I know I can get it down a little bit when it's ready. But we're also going to have to customize trains quite a bit when we get the other products. Yeah, 45 megs. And that's uncompressed size. So when it's compressed, it's probably 15. We'd get it down. When we need to find space, I'll worry about that. When we need more space. It is. We're pretty close. I should zip this up. It's see how big it is. But I'm going farming. I'm going back to my farm for a little bit here. We'll start you back up. Whoops. And let's get another load of bales. Pretty small starter fields, a couple of them. You only got 2 starting if you start with the regular new farmer. But you got some decent equipment to start with. A few pieces. I want to buy this field right there because it's hemp and it'll get me some cash and it's already fertilized. It's on my list of things to buy. Yeah, I can't wait for it either. That's when we're gonna have quite the fun with that. That's for sure. Global company script, here we come. Oh, we got a bale down there too. So we got a few bales saved up on there. Gonna have to find a bale storage facility place it on there. Think that's all of them. For our straw bales. Would they have fit in that garage? Maybe. No, it's kind of tall. I would have had to do half-size stacks. Let's see if I can back it up close to the other one. You know my backup skills aren't the greatest, as you can see. Why key? Close enough. I know I'm way off there. Do I want to line it up? Do I want to be that picky? I just a little closer. There we go. Drop. So clover makes you a ton of extra windrow, and for grass you can bale it up. You can make silage bales if you want. I'm gonna park my auto stacker right here for now because we're gonna need it. We'll go get my baler. Helper B has nearly a full grain tank. If you see anything wrong, something out of place, just shout out. Oh, we'll have our brewery in here when it's comes back, that's for sure. When we get those scripts. We had the Sam Adams Brewery on in 17. So you will find that you get quite a bit of grass windrow. If you don't want to plant fields, now why does that look like it's, oh, that's because it was the last bale in there from partial bale from before. But if you don't want to plant fields of grass, plant fields of clover. It makes it easier. And you could always switch it to another product if you want to. And you can get just as probably more grass doing a field of clover. And it gets windrowed up for you when you're doing it. So makes it a little bit easier to get grass bales. What language does King Farmer speak? John Seeger always plays start from scratch. You play start from scratch? A lot of people do. Where do I find the map link? Oh, that's why. You cannot get this map yet because it's going to be released in the mod contest. It will not be available until you can get it on Giant's website when the mod contest comes out. Cannot have a previously released map in the mod contest, so I can't give it to anyone other than my team members beforehand. So the mod contest deadline for entries is July 6th, and apparently it takes about a week before they are up there on their website. Maybe sooner, we'll find out. And then we'll start the voting. I suppose I should check my sell point for bales with a load of bales just to see how it works. Once I get this done, I'm gonna buy a plow. Plow up my fields. I think I got plowing is required set on because I like punishment like that. Does anybody else use the require plowing enabled true, so you have to be plowed every few times? Let's see what the field status shows. Yeah, see, they both need plowing first time. I like to use it. Gives you an extra step, but the aviation gamer, how you doing? Good to see you. What happened to my field there? I have no idea why he decided to hired worker decided to go crazy on me. Let's find out if I can do them. My hired worker's waiting on being emptied anyway. Is it because it get too close to the road? The road does cut in. That's what happens. So, yeah, hired worker missed that because you see how the road got closer and closer? He won't turn around in the road. And that is kind of weird. So if I want to do that, I either go the other direction. You could shorten your field. We'll let him finish up and then I'll just do it manually. Godly Beast Stripes, thank you for the follow there. Yeah, it happens with all maps like that. When it gets too close to traffic. He's almost done. Whoa, watch out for the train. Boy, that thing came around pretty quick there. Scared me. You play Farming Sim 18, so you're playing the handheld version on your phone? Because that's only 18. Whoops, turn on the baler. Back that up. '18 was the handheld, the iOS. Or Aviation Gamer, thank you for the follow. Yeah, you have the same tipper I have on your farm. Cool. I hear fireworks going off. They're a day early. Yeah, get a crampy. So just doing a little farming, a little testing out. I like the map so far. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. It's only gonna get better, but it's a big map. It's a 4X. There's lots to do. So if nobody's seen the boats, we give you a demo on the boats at some point. It was at the beginning of the stream. The boat, thanks to Fummin03 with his mod editing skills, he made them pretty quite special. Pretty quite special. We'll get to bail this up, then I'll finish up, do a strip down the other way. We'll give you another look at the boats, although I don't have anything in the silo right now to put in the boat to show you, but the fill planes work pretty nice. Here comes the train again. 4X map, you'll see the trains a little more frequently than you do on the 16X. Because it's a pretty small loop, but it's kind of cool. Going 100 miles an hour still. I do like the fact that the boats and trains and everything move when you're not in them. Couple more swipes with this. The train in 18 moves. 18 is on the phone, right? That's they don't have yeah. That's the only version of it. I have it. And it was nothing like the game, so I never played it. I paid the whatever. Wasn't that exciting for me. But I always give things like that a try. The mobile version, yeah. I tried it. It's on my phone. Can't mod for the mobile version, that's why it's no fun. Let's offload this baler. Let's see. Beep. Unload. Beep. Alright, it keeps the one in there. Let's fold it up. I am going to collect a stack of bales and bring them over to the animal dealer and see if I can sell them. Make sure that trigger's working while we have them. Thank you for the host, Aviation Gamer. How you doing? Let's see, we'll swing this around. Another thing I wanted to show you guys, actually we'll do that now because I don't know how long. I'm gonna go down. I want to be able to fertilize my field when it's done, so I'm gonna grab the fertilizer spreader here. And head to the middle of the map. Cutting across some fields. I'm trying to think of where I put it. It's on this side of the fuel. As I'm driving through, you've got poppy there, you've got mustard on the right. I can't even tell you what that is on, I mean on the left there is mustard. Don't remember what that is. What is that one? Oh, that's cranberry. Cranberry field. Growing. So right down here, oh, train's coming. Whew, we got across just in time. See that? The bells will wake you up. And I got the bells actually working on the right crossings. I know what was wrong there. Fertilizer, second stop. This is your seed. So right now these 2 points are purchase points. So you don't have to buy the pallets and move them. Just pull into Park Seed and pull up underneath our silo. Unless you're going to use liquid fertilizer. You can get your, oh, we could pull forward a little more, make it look like it's filling. You can get your fertilizer right here. You lost your whole game save on Industries. I won't be playing on the mobile version tonight. I won't be playing on that this year. No offense, but I've got too much going on with this and not enough time to do that. Oh, it just locked up. Ah. There may be issues with the 1.4 update that I have not checked since that came out on that map. We're going to be doing a redo when we get into the factory scripts. We'll be checking out everything in there, make sure everything works properly. But your purchase points for seed and fertilizer right down the road there. If you wanted to buy it quickly. Yeah, look at your backup save. I guess somebody said that the production silos, the production stuff that was on the map is what caused a lot of the issues too. I don't know if that's the case, but if you're using any of the seed fertilizer production mods that came out, they can be breaking your game as well. So we have a load of fertilizer for later. Next I'm going to go buy my John Deere plow and get that field started plowing. Let's see. It is under plows somewhere. My mod, I hope it's in here. Yeah. We're gonna start plowing that field up. I don't mind, I like to do the plowing step, I just hate the in-game plows. Alright. You don't have any problem with 1.4 in the production? I don't know. I know when the update came, it broke some of the people's save games. It broke our server save game. On our server, and X-Man was trying to get it working, but apparently he couldn't get it going. And I don't know if also the trains, some people say the trains are a problem, but I loaded up my save game on Industries and I did not have any issues. So I don't know what the cause was. We'll go down and pick up my plow. And we'll head back up and get that started while I pick up the bales. Find the newest file for your save. Yeah, you could always try your backup file. Also, your error log could tell you why it crashed, and it could very easily be a mod that you're using. 99% of the time it ends up being that. Especially if you just installed a new mod recently. Or used something new for the first time. That's the best way to start narrowing it down. And then check your log file. See if there's any errors being thrown and what they point to. And if it's map related, we'll fix it in the next update. But if it's very possible it could be mod related too. All right, let's start. Get this started. Hired a worker. All right. Oh, we've got red particle effects still on this piece of equipment. Oh, that would be my plowing particle effect, would it? I don't know. That's weird. Boom, boom, boom. I must have a red file still in the game for particle effects. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, it's in the map. Exactly. I gotta check the map and see where that is and switch it back. Definitely gotta fix that. Get it the right color. Oh, I guess we can finish yeah, we'll get into combine and finish the field up first. So if you're the change made to the boats here, there are two boats, was basically this. They are completely loadable and have fill planes inside. Fummins did the work on the opening doors and remodeling and just pretty darn fantastic. You can open and close the boats and you have two 500,000 capacity. That is boat 1. This is boat 2. And I think that's sweet. Just completely awesome. And we have a loadable boat. If you missed it earlier, check that out. And the ports are all have silos with fill. Yes, and the decks are walkable. So if you are trying to catch a boat, it's easy to jump on the deck. Yeah, he fixed all the decks are walkable. If I stop the boat, it's much easier to walk on it, but you can go up onto the deck back here now. You can come down to this one. You can walk around on the deck. Oh, I fell off the back, which is never good. But if you fall off the boat, you can walk back up on. There's ramps, invisible ramps out here in the water, and this is where you get in your vehicle right up on the top center. So flagging down a boat means just getting on top of it and waiting till getting near the cab. And you can do it from anywhere, even in the water, but it's easier if you jump down off a dock. Cars going over the bridge. Oh, we got one node. That's right. I got to fix that one bridge node. Let's see if it was. I think it's the other direction. I got a low bridge node where the car dips through. We'll have to check that out on that spline. So as you come around, all the ports have loading stations. Yeah, the hole in the deck. That stuff happens. Uh, it's all good though. I'm pretty pleased with what we got. Is absolutely incredible. There will be changes. We'll fix some things in the next update when we get the factories going. We'll have any tweaks or things that we can think of put in. But all of our ports have even though this is doesn't currently load anything because it's a sell point, I put the silo crane thing there anyway, so you know where the sell point would be. You would pull right up underneath there and it will sell as well. But the ones that actually do fill, like your own silos, you have those built right in, so makes it much easier to know where you're supposed to be. Back to this guy is where we want to go. Let's see. Turn on harvester. Let's try to clean up this mess. He started missing because he gets close to the road. Every piece of clover counts. Yeah, I'd say it's a good job. That is pretty darn cool. I didn't expect that. And it's yeah, you need some skills that I don't have. Nor do I want to learn right now. I got too much going on all the time. Finish offloading that. My plow is doing pretty good. I should really slow down when I try to park this thing, but it'll fit. You can sell these buildings too if you wanted to put in bigger garages or anything. They are sellable on the starter farm. Alright, let's get this soul over there. Offload into my silo. You just learned that within the past year. What do you use? You use a Blender to do that stuff? I mean, I don't know much when it comes to the models in the scripting. But I did get those fill play. It's all trial and error for me. And looking at other mods to see what's going on. That's how I was able to get the fill planes to look much better there. It's a learning curve. See how things are going in the other mods that you want to mimic. So let's go get my loader, pick up a load of bales, and check the sell point down at the bale sell point down there. I'll sell one load off and then I'll keep some grass bales. I'm gonna sell a load off with that one straw bale too. Seeing as I already stacked those things. Just collect those bales. Oh, you figured out how to do the animations on one of your projects, i3D? Yeah, I have never done anything with animation or anything with modeling, so it's all cool. But that's incredible. That's what it takes to get that extra step, you know. Those boats were just lifeless, but they worked. Now they're just cool. Now they're just awesome. Get beacons on there that we could turn on. Now, that stuff I could probably do with a little bit of time. Some beacons and extra lights. Although Oh, would that be possible? Because we're not actually driving the boat. It'd be on the cart itself, so I don't know if that'd be possible. I don't know. It's a little bit tricky how that boat is done. You're not seeing the actual train engine. That's hidden. Wheels 247. What's happening? So I'm gonna just take this down to make sure that that one sell point works. Because it's the only thing built in on the map that you could sell bales at right now. So it'd be real lousy if it didn't work. Yeah, exhaust smoke, a fake wake. But it has to be created on a tray. See, that the thing you're looking at is that the boat is actually a tipper tray. It's basically a wood chip wagon. But the engine, the train engine is running, is not there. It's an invisible train engine file that is over, the boat is overlaid. So because we couldn't have it load and unload like that without it being a separate rail car, you couldn't make an engine have the capacity. We both tried that and failed miserably. So it's done a little bit funky, but man, you would not know a thing other than a little bit of drifting when you're going around corners from the inside cab view. There's a follow me mod script. I haven't seen it. I know it's out there though, right? I'm pretty sure I heard it was out there. So basically what this means is I also have to do many changes to the ports and stuff on PV Industries, but we may have to change storage and stuff. We're gonna wait till the script set comes out before I go crazy with that stuff. We might change the way the sell points. It all depends what's built into that script. So let's see if this will actually sell my bales. There they go. Oh yeah, $4,624. So, oh look at the bale sell point is just slightly floating too. You see that edge, the stuff? So I gotta jump back in and do the bale sell point. I wish I had more time to actually look at things, but I've just been putting things in. We've got floating objects at the bale sell point. Fortunately, I got a late shift tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing this for quite a bit and trying to get down any of those little... I can hear the animals inside. Any of the... Yeah, actually, the whole sell point looks like it can be lowered. Everything's just barely floating. So, I'll remember that. That field is done. Yeah, when you're playing them solo, the follow me mod will definitely, of course, player follow me. Alright, let's move on to, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we sold off some bales, we'll pick up the rest of them. Let's lower the loading platform. There are lots of little things that could still be added. Hey, Mikey Boy 31, thank you for the host. Lots of little things that could still be added. We just out of time before the mod contest. I'd like to get stop signs on some of the roads, like where I just went through that intersection. We really should have stop signs put in. I did as much of the stuff that I could in the time I had. to get the map looking pretty good and working, but all those little details definitely need to come at some point. They're not game breaking, they're just visuals. I thought about putting some power poles down some of the field lines where there's extra space, but we also got to keep in mind that as we put in factories, if we have power poles along the edge of a road, then you're not going to be able to remove them. So that was why I decided against doing that. We got to have room for placeables, and if we start putting objects in the way, it's going to just make it more difficult. Trees, however, we can cut down and get rid of. Yeah, the power poles, I won't do them unless they're in an... maybe across the mountains would be fine. Like, because where you normally wouldn't drive. But, you know, the map's editable, too. People might want to create a new little hideaway up there. And if you put something solid in the map that can't be removed, it prevents that. So that is an issue to keep in mind. But the stop signs on certain intersections, they'd be fine. Big implements hate stop signs only if you drive into them. Yeah, make them non-collisionable. We can make them so that they are the ones that tear away when you hit them, and then on multiplayer games they would be non-collisionable. You know, the ones that when you hit them they pop out of the ground. And go flying. Dynamic objects, I think they are. I'm not gonna worry about bail in that little last strip. I just wanted to get the stuff. Oh, there's a strip right off the field too. I didn't even notice that. We'll pick it up next time. Think that's it. I couldn't have just one more for the full stack. Oh well. Close enough. If we ever need bales, we got some. And I'm gonna just stack them right here for now. Okay. Here, we'll use this garage. Seeing as right here. Beep, beep. Leave that there. Let's jump in my other tractor and start plowing that field. Then we'll go get my seeder filled up. Now, if I go... It got caught in the road. I wonder if it'll do the same thing at the railroad tracks. I'm going to try to go see what happens going in this direction. Sometimes you got to experiment. See what it does. The combine shop stopped short with the hired worker because of the road getting closer. And oh yeah, particle effects. I lost my pen. That's why I'm not writing anything down. Oh, there it is. Check my particle effects. For dirt, they're still red. And what was the other thing that we... Oh, the floating objects at the animal dealer. Oh, wow. Did he stop short there or what? Yeah. So, he doesn't like that corner at all. So here I would either just do it manually or cut your field back a strip and you'd be okay. But yeah, he didn't like that edge either. Because it gets kind of close to the road there. I usually try to stop from doing that, but you know. Alright. Let's get the cedar filled up. Yeah, make more headlands. That's easy enough to do. So until I get... I could pull down... well, why don't we do it that way? We're going to need seed. So let's get the... Where did I put the tipper? Where did I put the tipper? We'll bring that down and fill it up. And we could test out the filling the cedar from the silo. It should work just fine. If everything's right. So let's get a tipper full of seed. You can fill the cedar directly down at Park Seed or fill a tipper with it. I will be sending this card tomorrow. I'm gonna do a little bit of testing. I go in night shift tomorrow, 4 to 11. So I got till probably about 1 or 2 o'clock. I'll probably got 4 or 5 hours of just testing tomorrow to check out and see if I find anything else. But other than that, nothing new is really gonna come in. Just fixing up whatever I see. And the map is really working well. And looks good. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with where it stands compared to other releases in the past. And I love the design layout of it too. I really do. I hope you guys do too. It's a little bit different, but I do like large fields, and there's lots more. I mean, my other maps usually have more content, but that's all going to be coming in placeables, and we left you enough place to build, add on all over the place when we get that stuff. So we'll get some seed here, and it's going to cost me a few bucks, but we'll get a whole tipper full. Get a tipper full of seed. Oh, playing old man's and this. Yeah, it's all good. I know I don't have time for my own map, much less anybody, but I'm gonna try to make time and spit out mods at the same time, those placeables, and get these things. I mean, if you think about it, it's like the work is never done, especially when I've got 2 maps now that I'm gonna try to keep going, because all the changes that I've made to the boat, we got to put the new boats in the old map. There's still other things in that Industries map that need to be updated. I figured out how to fix the railroad signals so that they're going off the right way. So all of those have to be fixed. I've learned a lot doing this project. And now I got to do it all over back over there. All the ports in there with the new... And there's a lot of ports in there. And all the places on the water that need to have the new crane silos put in. It's like another overhaul for industries when we release it too. When we start getting factories going, you'll have the new boats and everything. So yeah, there's some work to be done. I gotta check something real quick here. Um, okay. No offense. I've gotta pick up my girlfriend in a little while if she's ready. Alrighty. Yeah, there's a bunch of fields. And again, they're designed so that as you buy them, several of them are done in blocks, so you can combine them if you like the larger fields. But I did want to keep them. I mean, there's still $300,000-$400,000 fields, a lot of them, and more. I wanted to make it affordable as much as possible. So there are several small ones, but that one that's right here off the farm is 300 and something, and I want to buy that. So we can put seeds in here. Yep, plow the whole map. You can make some pretty large fields. Some of them you won't be able to because they're the road sections that are. Yeah, park that there for now. They're the road sections that are built into the map. You can go right up to them and around them, but a lot of the dirt roads and gravel roads you can go right across that are through the map. Oh, the 16X has plenty of large fields, that's for sure. Let's see, open cover. Okay, we didn't put fertilizer in the seeder. I should have put some in the... We can fill with our seeds here now at the farm, which is kind of handy. Can I offload the spreader? Oh, it can, but it's gonna go... Oh, I wonder if I could do it. So I just could get some fertilizer in this. I'm gonna try, see what happens if I do it on top of the grate. Will they go into the silo? I am curious. I could run and get another load of fertilizer for my silo so I could fill my seeder too. But we can unload this thing and make a complete mess, but I wonder if it it will be pallets, but will the pallets go into this, any of them, if I park? Let's see. I know that it offloads left to right. I want to see if they go in. This is a test of the emergency pallet system. I'm trying to get centered so it'll catch as many pallets as it can if it will. Oh yeah, that I can't. Let's back that up. I'm pretty sure it offloads right across like where the wheels are, left and right. Let's unload and see what happens. Not enough space to unload. Oh crumbs. It won't do it there. There they are. All our pallets. Well, at least I could fill the seeder. Yes, I can load the seeder from those pallets. That's what I wanted to do. But I hate picking up... And I can reload the spreader from the pallets, too. It just takes a little longer. There we go. 2 pallets in there. What am I gonna plant? Something that goes pretty good. Let's see. Let's sow my oats. Why not do oats? We'll go through the list. We'll do some oats here. It's a 1-day crop. And there he goes. See, got some bushes there. We've got some flowers in the little field there. Lots of cool stuff going on in the boats. Open up, woo, just in case anybody hasn't seen it. That is so sweet. And there's one driving around with it opened up already. Are we plowed? Let's see if it missed any spots. Just a little. Okay, I see it. Just a tiny spot over here. Yes, the boat does have a fill plane in it. I guess that will be the last thing. I do have to leave pretty soon, so I will give you a quick show of the boat. Now I redid the fill plane, so it looks really good. What I will do is I'll cheat here. I'm gonna park this guy, escape, save my game, and I'm gonna do a little bit of something here because I wanna try to actually keep a decent game. So we'll give you one last look at the boats with a little bit of work around here. So we'll go to Farming Simulator, save game 2. I'm going to Control A, copy all that. We'll create, well actually let's just do it this way. Copy, paste, save game 4, because 4 is not there on my list. In save game 4, I'll go to my vehicles, edit with Notepad, and go down to my... What we're looking for is... Oh, those are all my big bags. Wagon wood chips 2.xml, and we're going to fill up with... What do you want to put in there? Let's see. We'll put in some... hemp. Well, let's put some hemp in there for one of them. Oops, all caps. Fill level 500, 000, and we'll put some poppy in the other one. There, a couple different things. 500, 000, 500,000 apiece. We'll save that. We'll load up our save game 4, and I'll show you the fill planes. And we can load and unload one more time somewhere. and then we'll call it a night. It is really awesome. I mean, yeah, there are a couple more things we'd like to do to the boat, but man, compared to what we had, oh, come on. Why don't I have save game 4? Do I have to do something? I used to be able to do that in the last version. Uh, well, let's do it this way then. Let's go to my save games again. Oh, what, I only have the vehicles XML? I copied everything, didn't I? All right, well, I'm going to take and I'm going to put down, what I'm going to do is take my save game 2 and copy my vehicle XML out so I can restore it later. We'll just put it right here. Let's see if this is the one that's loaded up. Hemp poppy, yes, okay. Well, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. We'll copy that one and replace it in the one game I was just playing for now. Copy, paste, yes, we've got a backup of it. All right, we'll do it that way. Just to give you an idea. If I don't save game 2, oh, if I have to start over, I have to. I just didn't want to cheat a whole bunch of money in. Because I was actually playing. And we'll see where we find the boat on the river. Because I know a lot of people might have missed that. We showed that at the beginning of the show. That's how I got all the money I have. So here we are at our farmhouse, right there, right by the door. That's where you spawn in after you start your save game, at your house. Alright, is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yes, we've got poppy and hemp. And I'm going to bypass the sell point right here, but we could sell you to tip side front. You'll notice as we pull up underneath the silo here, we get a sell point pop up right there. We could put the hemp at that sell point. If we switch to tip side back, we can sell our poppy right there. But I'm going to pull right up because really close by to all the sell points, which if you get lucky, you don't have to travel too far. You have a storage facility right down here. And that way if I put it in there, you can see it unload. You could watch it load and unload and see how well the fill planes work now. So we're gonna go to tip side front, unload hemp, off it goes. And that goes into our storage. If we look under our silos, under hemp, which is right here, you can see the number going up on our silos. There we go, 500,000 in our silo. We'll just go to our other one. Unload our poppy in there. So it's unloading And then we'll go back and we'll show you how it looks when we fill it. Poppy, start. Here, I'm zoom in for you. So literally you could see here it's filling up. If you wanted to, you could drive the boat back and forth to try to even it out as you're filling it. Got the smoke effects coming up. But it does fill wherever we're dumping. Oh, I stopped it because I pulled right out of the... But yeah, start it back up. You don't have to do that, but... Yeah, it would be cool. Well, I can't do those things. We will live with the way it is. Uh, if it came down and sucked it up, yeah, there goes the train. But it takes a little longer to load than unload the boat. But I had to upscale the pipe animations for the boat. They're bigger than the regular silo. You can hear the water when we get close to it. They're upscaled for the silos, but look at that. It's pretty cool. And it'll fill right up to 500,000. Loading up. So a little bit of work done there. I would say it's quite the now the question, I don't think you can load it unless it's open, right? I never tried. But will it shut it off? Or it goes through the lid when it's, I don't know if it'll, yeah, it still loads it right through the top. Just like, I guess, alright, that one's full. So that is the boat. What does 500,000, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna see what 500,000 Poppy sells for. That's a lot of Poppy right there. So if we pull up over here, unload our Poppy, we can watch it. 500,000 Poppy sells for, it's meant to do big loads, the boat is. It's a big bin. $890,000 for 500,000 Poppy. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I would make the game, yeah, it would be nice. So that is the biggest change right there. Let me quit before I wreck that save game. I don't want to have that extra money. So that is the biggest thing. We've got lots of splines, lots of splining to do. There, let me just go back and put my save game file back where it was. Documents. My games. Farming Sim 2019. Vehicles. Copy. Put it back in save game 2. Replace that one. So now it's back to the game that I had. And there's just a lot of extra life. There's other things that we could do, but I put a lot of splines this week. Got on a roll with splines. I hope to someday do all the traffic splines. Let's go back. If you start from scratch, which we never did, You will get a bunch of money, but no farm. Animated workers on the fields. Yeah, they should have animated workers doing the fields that you don't own, like their own guys. Yeah, that would be cool. Let's check. We are error free. As far as I know, there wasn't any, which is awesome. I got a couple things to fix. You only have enough money, but I get 500,000. Let's get the Lamborghini. I put that in. Okay. Why do we have a truck? Didn't I just start a new save game? Yeah, I did. Why was there a red truck in here? Is my farm gone? We get around a little faster. Oh, do you get the starting vehicles when you start from scratch? I don't remember. I know one thing, this Lamborghini knows how to move. There, yeah, you get the vehicles in the starting vehicle XML, but you don't have a farm per se. When you start from scratch, you have just empty lot ready to go. You don't get any silo or anything. As a matter of fact, you got a hole in the ground. You're gonna have to level out there. Alright. Oh, you do get the chicken coop? Why would you get the chicken coop? I have no idea. Yep. It would make it interesting. So the Lamborghini will get us around a little quick if you haven't seen it. All the railroad crossing signals are now in. There's many new trees in the map today. A lot of them up and down. The lower side didn't have nearly as many as upper, so you'll see there's a strip here that I just spaced trees all the way down. There's one big row right along the railroad. They were planted. There is traffic on the outside edge. There's boats floating in the water. There's a Lamborghini that you can drive around, which is pretty wild, actually. Oh, south of the pond, I added many trees over around the pond, lower edge of the pond too. So if you buy, which is right over here, we didn't see that. I drove by it probably a few times today. Right over there, you can see there's many more trees in the center here, just below that pond. A lot of birches though, so if you're gonna buy that area, you're gonna have to get a Brooks. Ooh! Wipeout. Cars. Lots of parked cars. There's now almost 200 and there's over 200, like 220. People. We've got people walking up and down the sides of the road. They look like they're walking with a load in their pants, some of them, but you know, they're just hanging out. How come the women walk better than the men? No. I don't know. But there's lots of people down here. Now, I could come through and put bus stops and all that jazz and garbage cans and garbage pickup eventually down through here would be kind of cool. One strip garbage pickup when we get the landfill stuff and do. So yeah, there's lots that we can do once we get those global company scripts with the layout we have. It'd be cool. Version 2. See, I got some bushes in here that you can drive through. Or you can plow them out. Whoa, look at that. Lamborghini squeezed between those cars. Woo! We can race them. See, technically you could drive most things right on the middle line and get between the rows of traffic in most places. So you can get through the cars with a regular truck. There's lots of little extra things around several of the places, like the bushes over here by this point, and I just did a lot of little touch-ups throughout the map with stuff like that, which I didn't get a chance to show you all of it, but adding in trees on these lots and some bushes on the lots. Whoa, did I just get stuck? Oh, we go right over. Lamborghini's pretty awesome. You can see I put a lot of extra things around the factories just to give them a little bit more life. That is a awful high sell point there. We gotta lower that grate into the ground a little bit. Cody Leem CW, thank you for the follow. Added these flowery things in just a little bit to break up the landscape. All the trees on the outside edge just to make it so it wasn't so boring out there on the as you're going up and down the river. Could have added more, but you can't really cut them. I don't know if you could cut them. They're off the map. I don't even know if... Let's see what happens. You wouldn't have a way to get them. You'll probably start blanking out when you go over here. I don't even know if you could walk on that plane over there. I don't think you can. When you're off the map, you fall through all objects. So I don't actually think there's a way, but we're going to find out just because. To actually cut those trees. Let's see what happens. Yeah, see, you fall through all objects. Although, can you do a chainsaw when you're in the water? Let's see. I know I'm getting crazy here. No, you can't. So there's no way, nothing you could do with those. They're off the map. But at least they give you a little bit of decoration. A little bit of decoration. I'm kind of digging it. Lots of places in the mountains we haven't really seen. There's your sand. Whoa, I almost got hit by a car. Haven't done a lot of going through up here because we've done it so many times early on in the process. We started up here. But the whole mountain region is just mines, few fields, forests, and there's just an open field here. There's some mining areas off the side of it. Like that one right there. You have a coal mine right there. With coal right... Ooh. You should really be careful when you're driving the Lamborghini. You could get in trouble. But you can see we got a coal mine with lots of coal for you to dig up right there. It's another mine on the other side of this. But didn't you get these forests that come through? Free to drive your Lamborghini. We got the big tunnel. Speed racer. I'm kind of going up and down. Woo, look at that. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Now that was some fun. Let's do that again. Did you guys, let's do it. I didn't even have my hand on full speed. Now we got to do that again. I know, I'm crazy, but when I get things like that. All right, let's get some full speed on that one this time. We need a lot of running room to get this thing up to full speed. Entry's got to be in by July 6th, and then Giants will decide what they're going to do. And voting, I don't know when the voting will start and when they'll put it up on their page, but the voting ends July 2, so it'll be relatively quick. We're getting there. We're up to 80, 90, 100. Woo! Wow, that was a jump. That was a fun one. That was some air right there. Everybody needs to get the Lamborghini mod because it can be fun. Look at that airtime on these little roads. This I'm gonna upload it into the mod contest tomorrow, but it has to be in by the 6th. I just won't have much time to do anything else on it, and I want to make sure if there's any issues that it's ready to go. So, like if I have problems uploading tomorrow, I want to have a couple extra days. Alright, everything looks pretty good through there. And come back up this way. Through this forest. There's just a lot of ground to cover throughout here. You can go so many different ways. There aren't a lot of roads, but the roads all take you somewhere. Like going this way, I'm starting to learn them better. You come back around this way, you get the views. And then it opens up into the field right here. There's a little mini like forest that if you buy some of these properties, little mini forest down in the corner down there. Oh, hit a tree. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but up here in the mountains, the wind blows harder. There's a larger, like you hear the whistling through the trees. There's some pretty fast ride. Let's see what happens here. Woo-wee! Dukes. Don't go over the guardrail. It's dangerous down there. You're off the map if you do. Another coal mine. So, that's pretty much it. We gotta fix a couple things, and we'll fix as much as we can find. But, this is what's going in the mod contest. And, whoa, you can't drive when your wheels are off the ground. You can't take turns. Don't know if you knew that. And I got a spline issue over on this bridge over here. I gotta make sure I get that one too. But I have to get out of here. So you guys have a great evening. I will see you real soon, for sure. Probably on Sunday evening with hopefully streaming the map, and soon we'll be in the contest with all get some votes up. Oh, I got I hit him. Chetty always just gets here. Chetty, you missed the big thing. All right, one last thing. This is just for Chetty because he hasn't seen it. And that one's the empty one. All right, Chetty. This is the biggest thing of the day. Oh, did we empty them both? Yeah, we did. Uh, the boat now has fillable compartments, which is pretty sweet. So that was the biggest thing. We've got traffic splines, we've got people splines, we've got train splines, we've got railroad crossings. My list of things was pretty long. I put more bushes, more trees. I put in one extra sell point and another silo. Reworked all the ports. Uh, yeah, I did. We did a lot. So all in all, the best part, though, thanks to Fumans once again, Fumans03 for doing the modeling and all the work you did on the boat to make it the way it is. I mean, that was just a dream. Now it came true. And in time for the mod contest to boot. So just a few days ago, we were mentioned, well, 2 streams ago, I was mentioning how cool it would be if we could actually fill those containers rather than just pull a boat up and not have any animation. And he cut the lid off and made them into doors, and I don't know what work he had to do inside the bins. I imagine he had to frame that all in there, but he made it work. So the boat is drivable and fillable, and it's already past the one that has the stuff in it. They do take a little while. Oh yeah, you got boats going around the outside too. So pretty cool, but I'm not going to be able to show you the fill plane. I already removed, that's right, I removed it. I removed the vehicle save game file. But it does work, and the fill plane looks pretty spectacular. You'll have to go back to the beginning of the show, because that's when we first started it. All right, everybody, you have a good night. We'll catch up with you real soon. I hope you like what you see. Um, and I can't wait till you guys get it, but I can't give it to you now. We got to wait till the contest. Everybody have a great night, and we'll catch y'all later.